They told us freedom was dead, that the open road had been tamed by SUVs, electric sedans, and tech-packed machines that drive for you. But tonight, under a burning sky, a new emperor rises. Not a car, not a bike, something else entirely. The 2025 Can-Am Ryker F3 Chakravarti, the emperor of the open roads. Pause, and here's the twist. It doesn't just challenge motorcycles. It dares to challenge the very idea of what freedom feels like on three wheels. But before you crown it the king, there's one flaw, one fatal detail that could shatter its reign. Stick around. You'll want to hear this. By the way, if you live for raw machine truths, bold takes, and the kind of breakdowns that others are too afraid to say out loud, hit that subscribe button. Because here, we don't just review rides, we tell their stories. Let's start with the first thing you see, the look of an emperor. The Ryker F3 Chakravarti commands attention. Its front stance is wide and muscular, with LED fangs that slice through the dark like a predator on the hunt. The matte finished panels blend aggression with elegance, while sharp angles along the body echo stealth fighter aerodynamics. The deep-cut wheel arches hug low-profile tires, giving it the road presence of a beast, crouched and ready to pounce. But it's the details that seal the throne. The gold-etched insignia on the side fairings, the jeweled taillight cluster that glows like a crown, and those forged aluminum wheels, polished to a mirror shine, that spin like ceremonial blades on asphalt. It's not just a ride, it's a statement. When you roll up on the F3 Chakravarti, people don't just look, they stare. Step closer, throw your leg over. This is where the Emperor shows its softer side. The seat is sculpted with memory foam cushioning, wrapped in Alcantara with diamond stitching, luxury meeting endurance. The handlebars sweep naturally into your grip, designed for long-haul comfort without fatigue. At night, ambient LEDs wash the cockpit in a soft crimson glow, like sitting in the throne room of a modern empire. The 12-inch infotainment screen isn't just a display, it's your command center. Bluetooth 5.3 connectivity, seamless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a surround sound Bang & Olufsen audio system, all standard. Every button, every switch feels deliberate. The Chakravarti isn't just built for the road, it's built for the ritual of riding. Power is the Emperor's language, and the F3 speaks it fluently. Under the hood, under the fairing, sits a 1,330cc Rotax Ace triple-cylinder engine, pumping out a jaw-dropping 140 horsepower and 100 pound-feet of torque. That may not sound earth-shattering on paper, until you remember, this is pushing a featherweight chassis compared to cars. 0 to 60, 4.2 seconds. That's sports car territory. But it's not just speed, it's the way it delivers. Linear, controlled, and deceptively smooth. The handling, courtesy of a low center of gravity and electronically assisted steering, feels almost telepathic. Lean into a curve, and it holds you like rails. Despite its power, the Chakravarti surprises with efficiency. Expect 32 miles per gallon in mixed riding. With its 7-gallon fuel tank, that's over 200 miles of empire on one fill-up. It stretches nearly 9 feet long, with a 61-inch wheelbase, giving stability that dwarfs traditional bikes. Cargo? 2 lockable side cases, plus a rear trunk, enough to stash helmets, gear, even groceries. 2-up seating makes it practical for a passenger, and trust me, they'll thank you. Can-Am doesn't play games with safety. ABS, traction control, hill hold assist, stability program, all standard. Add adaptive cruise control and blind spot monitoring, and you've got the kind of safety net most bikes only dream of. Warranty? A reassuring 3-year standard, extendable to 5. But remember that shadow I hinted at? The one flaw in the Emperor's armor? It's the price of loyalty. The F3 Chakravarti doesn't come cheap. At nearly $28,000 base, it leaps out of reach for many riders who see the Ryker name as the accessible entry point to Can-Am. And once you add the premium trims, accessories, and customizations, you're flirting with $35K. So here's the dilemma. The Emperor may rule the roads, but does it price itself out of its own kingdom? For diehard fans, worth every penny. For newcomers, a bitter pill. The elephant, or rather the rival on the road? The Polaris Slingshot R. The Slingshot is flashier, faster on straights, and arguably more outrageous. But it's also heavier, less stable in corners, and not as refined for long-distance comfort. The Chakravarti? It wins on balance, luxury, and safety. Looking ahead, the question isn't whether Can-Am can hold the crown. It's whether they'll electrify it. In the next 3 to 5 years, the market will demand EV options. Imagine this exact design, but with instant torque from an electric motor. If Can-Am makes that move, the Emperor won't just rule, it'll conquer. So where does that leave us? The 2025 Can-Am Ryker F3 Chakravarti is a paradox. The most refined, most luxurious Ryker ever built, yet also the most divisive. It proves that freedom still has a throne, but you'll have to pay handsomely to sit on it. But what about you? Would you crown the Chakravarti the Emperor of open roads? Or is its price tag too high for loyalty? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this ride lit a fire in you, smash that like button. Share this with a fellow gearhead and subscribe. Because next week, we're taking the fight to the rival empire itself with a full head-to-head showdown between the Chakravarti and the Polaris Slingshot. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Until then, ride free, ride bold, and never let the road tame you.